On November 18th, 1978, 909 people, Americans, died in Jonestown in the Guyanese jungle, led there and then told to kill themselves by Reverend Jim Jones, their leader. It was one of the largest mass deaths of Americans outside of war in our nation's history. Much has not been understood about it for many years, and yet a phrase is associated with it that we all hear: don't drink the Kool-Aid, and most people are shocked to learn it wasn't even Kool-Aid. People forget, because of the horror of Jonestown, that Jim Jones and People's Temple accomplished all sorts of great and wonderful things prior to that. Jim Jones, as a young preacher, almost single-handedly integrated Indianapolis, which was a very segregated city at the time. And through meeting with white business owners, trying to talk them into accepting black customers, by working through city government and through business administrations, he actually opened that city up for blacks as well as whites. And this was 10 years before any of the civil rights legislation of the 60s made it mandatory. One of the purposes in writing this book was to break new ground, because there's so much more to the Jim Jones story than most people realize. And so there's a great deal of new information in it, beginning even with his childhood. He was a great teller of his own tall tales. He supposedly grew up impoverished, uneducated. None of that was true. He was better off than almost all the other children in Lynn, Indiana. We have found relatives of his who have never, ever talked on the record, childhood friends. And then from there, through his early career as a minister, again, finding people in Indianapolis who worked with him who have never talked. His son, Jimmy Jr., has cooperated greatly. We have survivors of Jonestown who have never told the full story before. So hopefully, even for people who think, oh, I know everything there is to know about Jim Jones, you'll find something new on almost every page. And I think you'll see there's so much more dimension to this story than has previously been understood.